So, I got a message while I was in the middle of the live earlier, and I felt like I should just share it. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull out all the cards again, though. We got the Dragonfly, the Clair abilities, and the world, universal consciousness. Death and rebirth. Here they are. These three popped out together. Death and rebirth, expansion of your abilities, and the crystalline grid, the universal matrix, confirmation. Chills. 313. 313. And I also pulled out the masculine energy, the karmic card, the spider, I'm just going to grab them. So, we had the masculine twin come out with the karmic card, unconditional love, and the spider web, along with the serpent. This part was all about a karmic energy that became trapped in its own web. There was something, and I'm not getting that this is your twin flame. I'm getting that this is a deep soul connection, a karmic energy, yes. But as we know, karmics are only karmic as long as they're making karmic choices. You grow from them, and they grow from you, and eventually that happens. But as long as somebody is choosing not to, they will not. And that's when you have to separate yourself, when they are choosing not to grow. But what I'm getting right now is that the mask card popped out with it as well, along with the snake. I need a paper towel. There's like water on the counter here, condensation from something else that's making it difficult to know where to place cards. It's almost like there was an energetic minefield going on here, and somehow this masculine thought that he had dug a pit for you. But in reality, he fell into the trap himself. Whatever judgments he made on you, whatever lesson he was trying to teach you, he ended up learning himself. He ended up getting a look at himself. And this was a message from Spirit. This was a wake-up call. Sometimes the people that you come across in your life, in your sphere of influence, the people that you have these karmic relationships with, can only learn this lesson by trying to do something to you. It's the only way for them to learn. Sometimes you have to touch the stove, and you know what happens. But there's something here with this dream card and the earth angel card. There's something here about their perception of you. They thought you couldn't possibly be real. That they thought you were the one holding up a mask. They thought you were not genuinely being yourself, because I'm getting that in their life, they knew other spiritualists or people that were going down the spiritual journey, and in their experience, I'm getting found again Christians, born again Christians, whatever. Like the energy of somebody that goes to AA and finds God, and suddenly they're preaching to everybody that will listen, but they don't actually live it. That's the energy that we're looking at. Somebody thought you were one of those people that is like, I found spirituality, let me tell you about it. But you're not being an evangelist for spirituality or anything. You are living in your truth. And when people come to you and start conversations about it, you're going to have that conversation. You're going to share your opinion. And their perception of what you believe in is their problem. At the end of the day, yeah, you're there to plant seeds, but you're not there to force them on anybody. And they have this stigma, this idea about who you were, that it was false, that it was a fad, that it wasn't true. And then when they started to realize that it was true, that is who you are, that you were walking in your purpose, you were expanding your abilities, you were healing, that you did love them unconditionally, because I'm getting that they didn't believe that either. They did not think that your perception, your abilities, your ability to manifest your dreams, your status as an earth angel was real. They thought that you were lying. But Spirit showed them you creating your own reality, you coming into alignment and healing. And when they realized it, you toppled over their whole goddamn world. They were living in a matrix. Chills. They were living in a prison of their own design. But you could see them. And they've been watching you. And now they know you to be who you are. But it took... We've got the pod and awakening. This is mass spiritual awakening. This is the community coming together. This is people being made aware of who you are en masse. This took collective knowledge and maybe teamwork and understanding of the universal laws in order to realize the truth. That they had to surrender their preconceptions and that divine union is possible. You know, sometimes the lines between love and hate are so thin. You can say things that you don't mean. You can do things that you regret. But sometimes you have to fuck up in order to see the road. And 20% battery. Sometimes that person that you go through all of that with is your divine counterpart. But they weren't acting like it. And you weren't acting like it all the way. And I'm getting right now that the masculine might even feel like you're going to feel superior or judge them or whatever. But you've known they were human the entire time. You have always looked at them from a compassionate and understanding place. You have always been able to put yourself in the other person's shoes, and no matter your emotions, whether it's anger or love or hope or sadness, you never changed the way that you saw them. Confirmation. You never changed the way that you looked at them. But they needed to change the way that they looked at you and the way that they looked at themselves. And that can only happen through this kind of disruption, through this kind of cycle. Because there was always two upward spirals. Side by side, intersecting, overlapping. And what if that is the real image here? You've got your upward spiral, they've got their upward spiral, and every so often they hit, they connect, they cross. And you know, earlier we had the binary card, the quantum particles side by side. This is you while you're going up that spiral. Always in connection. Sometimes the distance is further, sometimes it's not, but you're always affecting each other. And that's not just true of twin flames, it's true of divine counterparts too. Because they mirror what you need to heal. We've got the oak, the healer, and the word.